Thanks for joining us. We're out here in Warrington, PA at the LA Fitness and talking about the work that Warfel did here last year in 2019. The site posed a lot of challenges for us here on this project because of existing grading issues that all stemmed from 20 years of a site continuing to sink since it was built up on an old fill site. And with a two-phased approach here in this parking lot to keep the building open to the staff and the patrons throughout the project, Warfel felt like we were able to cater to the project owners' requirements so that they can maintain full operations throughout the project. So in the phase one portion of the project, which is on the west side of the site, it was a little bit smaller, but it gave us a good sense of what we were going to encounter throughout the rest of the job by using a slide rail system so that we could safely excavate roughly 15 feet down into the ground and remove all of the unsuitable soils and then bring it back up with suitable imported fill. Once we've completed that, able to get the new hardscapes in, reopen the phase one site of the lot to the patrons. Moving over into the phase two portion of the job on the east side of the site, almost 2 to 3 times the size of phase one. Unfortunately constricted the parking here a little bit more and made things tighter, but with good signage and a good site logistics plan, daily communication between our superintendent and the staff inside the building, we were able to keep a safe job site for heavy traffic with all the patrons coming in and out of the building. When it was all said and done, it was a successful project, got landscaping in on time, and excited for LA Fitness and for Shopcore on this job so we can continue future work with them.
A creative restoration of a quickly deteriorating parking lot, the LA Fitness parking lot restoration required extensive planning to ensure that the gym could remain open while significant portions of its parking lot were renovated. During a multi-phased process, team members carefully evaluated existing conditions, used new construction methods to maintain costs, extensive safety measures to protect workers and nearby pedestrians, and communicated effectively to ensure LA Fitness's business continuity. Scope for this project included demolition of existing pavement, curb, landscaping, and sidewalk, excavation of existing unsuitable soils, replacement of unsuitable soils with clean fill using a slide rail system, extensive utility work including stormwater piping and structures, sanitary sewer piping and structures, domestic water piping, fire protection water piping, and fire hydrants. New site work including asphalt paving, concrete curbs, sidewalks, line striping, and landscaping.
All right, here we are on phase one side of the site, the west side, which we started in May of 2019. You saw the entrance and exit there from the LA Fitness site to Paul Valley Drive. Just quite a busy side road to get into the facility parking lot. We actually had to close that entrance down for construction traffic only due to the heavy truck traffic with exporting a lot of the unsuitable soils and importing the new suitable fill. And then what we did to accommodate the patrons and the staff was make sure that the old exit only was converted into a temporary in and out entrance and exit. Here over on the phase one side there was a little bit of stormwater work while we used the slide rail system to excavate 15 feet down. Got new curb and landscaping installed as well. New fire line for the fire hydrant here on the west side. Replaced a broken hydrant. New asphalt and line striping. While we were working on the phase one side, we had to temporarily add some travel lanes in the central part of the parking lot, which meant we had to black out some old parking spaces, which even reduced the count even further, but nonetheless created safe travels for the patrons. When the phase one side of the site was under construction, it did pretty much create a full parking lot condition pretty much throughout the entire day. It was a very busy facility. Also in the phase one, up along the building, what we had was replacing some sidewalk and curb, created some new handicap parking spaces. Back here on the rear portion, instead of going down 15 feet, we had a 3-foot restoration detail, which included some just lightweight fill. A lot of times what we did not do was remediate anything under the parking stalls, because that was the area in which a lot of the retaining wall structure was tied back in, and that parking stall area did not include unsuitable soils very deep. If anything, they were just shallow repairs. So you can see we also did not replace the curb or guardrail up against these retaining walls. Pretty steep retaining walls on 3 sides of the site, leading down to a large creek flowing through the leaves, if you can see it there. Segmented block retaining wall. That's a view from phase 1 looking towards the center of the lot. The center of the lot was not remediated as part of this project. A lot of what that is an underground retention basin system. There's the new phase 1 handicap parking spots, new signage as well, new truncated domes, and then new sidewalk replaced along the face of the building, the whole face. So what we did there was, luckily there were 2 sets of double doors to enter the main entrance, so we could do it in halves to maintain access for the patrons and the staff. We did the west side first and then the east side. West side being over here on the phase 1 portion of the project. Loading zones for the handicap spots. All that correlates with the sidewalk and distance from the building. Luckily, no unsuitable soils up against the building either, so there wasn't a need for remediation detail into the sidewalks. Just that the old sidewalks had cracked a little bit, and they wanted a fresh new look. So the phase 1 portion was completed in August of 2019. Showing how the new pavement was installed to ensure that it all slopes the rainwater to these stormwater inlets. Now we're over on the phase 2 side, much larger as you can see here on the east side. A lot more remediation with the side rail system going down 15 feet, as well as some of the shallower depth repairs nearer the parking stalls on the perimeter along the retaining wall. Same scope of work over here, a little bit more utility intensive with more storm water, some telecommunication lines, sanitary line replacement, since the existing one had a belly in the pipe, and we installed a new one to properly slope, which included some work with a new manhole, new water line and fire line on this side as well, landscaping, paving, line striping, signage. again, just a good view here towards the end of the video of the sloping of the parking lot to ensure all the stormwater drains to the inlets. New fire hydrant installed. Another good perspective from the high side of phase 2.
Dear Brad, I am writing to commend the entire Warfel team on the successful completion of the Creekview Plaza parking lot project. The renovated lot provides ample space for the tenant, and we were proud to partner with Warfel on this exciting journey. Warfel's commitment to the Clients for Life mission was made clear throughout the project, as team members worked to overcome the challenges that came with a complex parking lot renovation while maintaining business operations. Your team treated ours with courtesy and respect. Their willingness to tackle changes in the project scope, additional requests, and questions displayed their dedication to assuring our satisfaction through every stage of the project. At Shopcore Properties, the safety of our tenants and shoppers is our number one priority, and we were continually impressed with Warfel's shared commitment to that ideal. From your safety director to the laborers who kept the project site clean, we deeply appreciate Warfel's commitment to this important value. The parking lot renovation was completed on budget and on schedule. Thank you for executing a safe and complicated parking lot renovation that will allow us to provide excellent service to our tenants and shoppers for many years to come.